My name is Lisa, and I work in the sales planning department at Kosuka Corporation. Work keeps me busy, but I enjoy my days thanks to Mia, a fellow new hire and good friend. I felt fulfilled, and everything was going smoothly. But on the other hand,
Hey Lisa, got a sec.
oh, hi Sarah. What's up?
These documents. And these ones. Oh, and those over there too. I'm swamped, so could you take care of them for me? Thanks.
But weren't these documents given to you directly by the department manager?
Well, I'm heading out, bye.
This is my supervisor, Sarah. She always dumps her work on me and leaves right on the dot. That day too, she handed off the documents the department manager gave her and clocked out right at 5. Mia and I were left speechless by how shameless it was. And then, on another day.
Hey Lisa, what's this approval request supposed to be, huh?
Well, it's for getting authorization to produce the materials.
You seriously think this would get approved? Aren't you spending way too much? We need to cut costs, you know. There's no way this fly.
But, if we're talking about costs, this is actually cheaper than usual.
Then you need to cut costs even more. Simple as that.
That's why I went with the older model number.
Yeah, and that's gonna tank our performance, don't you think?
It has the same specs, so that shouldn't be a problem.
I said no, and that's final. Nope. Denied.
That's how it usually goes. Sarah shuts things down left and right, always citing cost cuts. Then came lunchtime that day.
All right, timed it again.
You said you were treating me, and I got curious. Turns out it's just the company cafeteria.
Today's special is mackerel and miso. It's so good. You usually bring your own lunch, right? So I figured you might not know.
You're right, and look at all those tasty little side dishes.
Forget about Sarah and all her passive-aggressive nonsense. Let's enjoy our food and power through the afternoon. And once work's done, let's grab drinks. Tomorrow's Saturday, after all. Sound good?
We haven't even had lunch yet and you're already talking about dinner.
Of course. I mean, working's pretty much just a way to earn good food, right? Our cafeteria is seriously the best, and nothing beats a nice cold beer after a long day, am I right?
Totally. You know, thanks to you, Mia, I'm suddenly starving and feeling way better. Oh wow, do they have desserts over there too? I want to try everything.
That's the spirit. Lisa, eat up and let's crush the afternoon.
This upbeat and energetic girl is Mia, my fellow new hire. She's in the same department, so she knows all too well how difficult Sarah can be. Maybe that's why she often cheers me up like this and brings a smile to my face. But then, just as Mia and I were enjoying our lunch, someone suddenly called out to us.
Ah, there you are, Lisa.
President Morimizato. Are you having lunch here too?
This is no time for small talk. Lisa, even if it's for work, how do you justify spending 2 million yen a month on the company card?
Wait, on the card.
Obviously, I'm talking about the corporate card. Sure, sales sometimes requires entertaining clients. But how in the world are you racking up 2 million yen a month?
2 million every month.
President Morimizato, could there be some mistake?
I don't want to hear excuses. The charges are on your card. Honestly, you take your eyes off the younger generation for 1 second, and this is what happens.
There has to be some misunderstanding, and besides.
Besides nothing. This isn't the bubble economy anymore. We need you to cut every possible cost. We can't afford reckless spending. Prices are rising across the board. Even business expenses can't be taken lightly now. Do you really think this kind of spending matches the profits you're bringing in?
I agree that 2 million yen is excessive, but.
No buts. I won't accept excuses.
I'm not trying to make excuses.
President Morimizato, could you please calm down for a moment?
You expect me to stay calm at a time like this? You've already exceeded that amount in just May. If it were your personal card, I wouldn't care. But this is the company's. That means I have to say something.
Wait, seriously?
You can just label everything as a business expense and expect it to fly.
President Morimizato.
No more excuses, Lisa. I thought you were a responsible employee, but it seems I was mistaken. How disappointing.
Wait, please.
I said no excuses. We'll talk more about this back at the office.
President Mormazato was furious, convinced I'd racked up 2 million yen on the company credit card. Mia and I returned to the office with him, but about what we were discussing earlier.
Are you trying to make excuses again?
No, not at all. It's just, I've never even used a corporate card.
What did you say?
I mean, I haven't used one because I've never even been issued one.
That's true. Lisa doesn't have a corporate card.
What do you mean she hasn't? Sarah was supposed to give it to you.
Well, I've occasionally been asked by the department manager to buy something, and in those cases, she handed me her card just for that purchase. But I've never had my own card.
Oh my, President Morimizato. Fancy seeing you here. What brings you to this part of the office?
Perfect timing, Sarah. We were just talking about you.
Oh dear. Talking about how brilliant and high-performing I am, I bet.
Sarah, did you or did you not give Lisa a corporate card?
President Morimizato just gave Lisa serious warning about overspending. But the thing is, Lisa never got a card from you, right?
I honestly don't know what's going on, so I'd appreciate it if you could clarify this immediately.
Oh, Lisa's card. Did I not give it to you?
No. We've literally never even had a conversation about a card.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. I can't possibly remember what Lisa spent, when, or how much. I mean, keeping track of all those tiny little details. That's so hard.
Something smells fishy here.
There you are. President Morimizato, good afternoon.
Oh, Noah from accounting.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mia. Sorry to interrupt. President Morimizato, about that thing you asked me to look into, all of the credit card transactions, they were all from Sarah's accounts.
Just as the four of us were deep in conversation, Noah from accounting showed up. And when Sarah heard what he had to say,
Are you sure all those charges were just from me? That has to be some kind of mistake.
No mistake. A lot of the expenses were really detailed, so it took a while to investigate. I even got my senior, Oliver, to help me out halfway through. Thanks to that, we were able to dig deep, and we found plenty of items that can't be justified as business expenses.
What?
Well, those were mostly entertainment costs for client meetings.
You entertain clients at Korean plastic surgery clinics? Whatever you do on your own time is up to you. But surgical procedures aren't exactly deductible business expenses.
Wait, a Korean plastic surgery clinic.
I mean, that was.
And then there was a charge for something called Sukato Beauty Salon. So I looked it up.
that's that ultra-famous celebrity spa, isn't it?
Yay, the one that's crazy expensive. It's supposed to be top-tier luxury.
I figured you ladies might recognize the name. So, Sarah, was that also a client entertainment expense?
Sarah, care to explain?
Well, yes, but not for me. It was part of a sales outing, that's all.
We sell office supplies. What kind of client needs a plastic surgery clinic or a luxury spa?
And you traveled all the way to Korea for it. Well, that's some next-level dedication.
The overseas transaction was in February, by the way.
February? Sarah, you used up all your paid leave that month, didn't you?
What's wrong with that? I just exercised my rightful vacation days.
Now that you mention it. Sarah, did your nose always look like that?
Wah, new things changed.
I was just going to say your nose contour makeup seems a little heavier lately.
Sarah, what exactly do you think company funds are for?
No matter how you look at it, this spending is completely inappropriate. I'll need you to explain exactly what you used the money for and why.
Cornered by President Mormazato and Noah from accounting, Sarah finally snapped.
I mean, Lisa wouldn't even use the card if she had one, right?
Excuse me?
She's in sales, but it's not like she's super active with client visits. Unlike me, she's usually just sitting at her desk, you know? I run around all day, actually doing the legwork. So using stuff like that to unwind should count as a business expense, right?
Pretty sure I'm the one going out on more client visits.
Yay, no question. Lisa definitely does more field work.
But she's in the office almost every day, isn't she?
That's kind of what offices are for.
Unless it's our busy season, of course there are days I stay in and handle paperwork. Which wouldn't be so frequent if you weren't constantly dumping your tasks on me.
What did you say? Sarah, are you saying you're not only misusing company funds, but also slacking off on your work?
Of course not. That's not what I meant at all.
Yay, right.
So you're lying about the expenses and the workload?
It's part of sales activity, so it should count as a valid expense, right? I mean, supporting employee wellness is part of a company's duty too.
Our company already does that. Our benefits are amazing. The cafeteria alone is stylish and full of great food.
Yay, we're being pampered enough already.
Our work environment is fantastic. Honestly, this is one of the best white-collar companies out there. And yet you used a card like this. Did you not realize the accounting team receives detailed expense reports?
What? Detailed reports.
That's right. Down to the exact hour, minute, and second, what you spent, where, and how much. Some people cut corners with personal cards to avoid fees. But with company cards, we make everything visible.
Wait, did you seriously think no one would ever find out? It turned out Sarah had been using the company credit card entirely for her own personal indulgences. She used her role in sales as a cover, figuring no one would notice because being out of the office was part of the job. But now that everything had been exposed.
Our salaries are so low, what's the harm in getting a little extra out of it?
No, that's not how it works.
We're in sales. We're expected to deliver real results. Blaming the company for your lack of effort? That's just not right.
Oh, shut up. I have delivered results, thank you very much. That's why I'm your boss in the first place.
Or maybe you just climbed the ladder by sucking up to the higher-ups.
How dare you?
Hit a nerve, did we?
Sucking up to your superiors is part of the job and a skill, thank you. You two run around doing honest work and bowing to clients like a couple of fools. What good does that do?
It's basic respect. Greeting and maintaining relationships with clients is just common sense.
Why should someone like me have to do that crap?
Because you're in sales. That's literally the job.
Shut up already.
No, I won't shut up. You slack off, you abuse company funds, and now you expect us to sit quietly and let it slide?
Not to mention you dump your workload on everyone else. Sure, if you took a client out to dinner or had legitimate business expenses, they'd go through fine. But using the card for personal luxury stuff, that's just blatant.
Well, figuring all that out is your job, isn't it, Mr. Accountant?
Are you kidding me right now? When you use the company card for personal stuff, it creates a total mess in our books. Even if you pay it back later, it can still cause errors and tax complications.
So, that's your job, just deal with it.
That's not the point, Sarah. If you treat personal spending as a business expense, the company could get flagged for tax evasion.
And depending on the case, there could be fines involved too.
Tax evasion.
Sarah, would you please explain yourself?
It became clear that Sarah had been using the corporate credit card far too casually. But what she didn't realize was how serious that kind of misuse could become. Turns out, she had no idea what kind of trouble she was heading toward.
Well then, someone should have just told me that from the start.
No one says it because it's common sense not to do that.
Yeah, it's so obvious that nobody thinks it even needs to be said.
But how am I supposed to know if no one tells me?
Because it's basic. Painfully basic.
Eek. Hey, don't just snap at me like that.
Tell me something. You didn't also use the miles or reward points from the card, did you?
Of course I did.
You did what?
Well, yeah. I was the one using the card, so I earned the points. Naturally, they're mine to use, right?
Sarah, that's embezzlement. Straight up embezzlement.
What?
Seriously, if you are gonna misuse company stuff, at least know what you are doing.
Come on. Miles and points aren't even real money.
They're treated like money even if you can't cash them out. It's the same thing.
Wait, tell me you didn't use those miles for the flight to Korea?
Oh, I totally did.
That's a total violation. 100% out of bounds.
Why is it such a big deal?
Because you used something with monetary value that wasn't yours to begin with. That's why.
Whatever, I'll just rack up more miles and points again.
You really don't understand how serious this is.
Eventually, whether you like it or not, it's gonna hit you just how badly you messed up.
I haven't done anything wrong. You're all just overreacting.
If you're not panicking even a little, that's exactly what's wrong with you. I can't believe what you've done, Sarah. Absolutely unbelievable.
But isn't calling it embezzlement a bit much?
It's not too much. That's why it's turned into such a big deal. Even after everything that had been said, Sarah still didn't seem to grasp how serious this was.
Fine, I'll just pay everything back out of pocket. Okay, then we can call it even, right?
Can you even afford to pay it back all at once?
You were spending 2 million yen a month, remember?
Even just 1 month is a huge amount.
So what do you expect me to do then?
That's not our problem. You brought this on yourself.
This is the consequence of slacking off and doing whatever you wanted.
What?
You didn't even do your job, and yet you had no problem burning through company money. Unreal.
Sarah, effective immediately. You're demoted. Your salary will be reduced, and you repay every single yen you've spent.
What?
And don't forget the miles and reward points. You'll need to pay for those too.
Wait, you are serious?
Dead serious.
I'll head back to accounting and compile a full report with all the itemized charges. I'll send it to President Moromizato. You get the exact number then.
You can't be serious. I've got my own credit card bills to pay. I can't take a pay cut too.
Maybe think about that before misusing company funds.
Lisa, come on, say something. I won't dump work on you anymore. I promise. Please.
It's too late for that. You did this to yourself.
Looks like our department might finally know peace.
Don't be so heartless. Help me out here.
No need to help. You blamed everyone else. Now it's your turn to deal with the consequences. As for Sarah, just as President Moromizato ordered, she was demoted and transferred to another department. Her poor work ethic didn't go unnoticed either. Her colleagues finally spoke up, and the gossip spread across the entire company. Her reputation was so damaged that even in her new department, she felt completely out of place. Worse still, she wasn't allowed to quit until she finished repaying every last yen of the misused funds. And so, Sarah, who once did whatever she pleased, is now stuck living out the consequences, unable to even resign from her job. As for me, you know, once someone's in a different department, you really don't see them around much.
Well, accounting and sales planning are on opposite sides of the building.
I figured we'd run into each other more often since we started together.
Even when I go drop off receipts, you're rarely there.
There's someone in the international division who keeps turning in expired receipts. I'm probably off chasing that mess whenever you come by.
Well, hey, at least all three of us are finally together again today. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Ice cold, just the way I like it.
Our sales planning department got a new manager, someone sharp, capable, and a total breath of fresh air. Unlike Sarah, they're dependable, energetic, and genuinely kind to their team. And as it turns out, Noah from accounting actually joined the company the same year as Mia and me. So, thanks to everything that happened with Sarah, the three of us decided to unwind at an izakaya tonight. With peace restored to the department, work is going smoothly, and the team gets along better than ever. And in that simple, everyday happiness, good work, good people, good laughs, I found myself quietly grateful. As the three of us laughed the night away, I realized just how lucky I was to have them by my side. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.